Pleasant morning to my lovable students. Welcome to Max class. In this conversation, we are going to discuss about theorems. Okay, I'm moving to theorem 6.1, that is called scalar triple product. One of the important theorems. Okay, so for a given set of three vectors, a vector, comma b vector, comma c vector, the scalar a vector cross b vector dot c vector. So listen, the scalar triple product means what I am saying. So a vector cross b vector dot c vector, that is called scalar triple product. Instead of this case, sometimes a vector dot b vector cross c vector, that is not meaningless. Okay, so already we know dot means only scalar. Scalar means what is the meaning? Output only we have the numbers, magnitude. Okay, but here a vector dot b vector cross c means that is meaningless. But a vector cross b vector is an example. So a vector is equal to, one example is there now in your book actually. So a vector is equal to, just consider for I vector plus 2j vector minus 5k vector. I will prove it, listen very carefully. Minus 5k vector, then b vector is equal to 2i vector plus 3j vector minus k vector. C vector is equal to I vector plus 2j vector plus 3k vector. I will prove it. The condition, what is the main condition? We have the three different product vector. We have the result scalar. Then only we can say scalar triple product. Example, the solution of the part, the box product a vector, b vector, c vector is equal to a vector cross b vector dot c vector. First I will consider a vector cross b vector. So a vector cross b vector is equal to, so cross product means determinant form, isn't it? So a vector means I vector, j vector and k vector. A vector means 1, 2, minus 5. 1, 2, minus 5. Then b vector means 2, 3, minus 1. So 2, 3, minus 1. Simplify now. So I vector means 2 into minus 1, minus 2. 3 into minus 5, minus 15. Next condition, according to the determinant form, cross matrix form means plus minus plus, isn't it? So therefore minus j vector means 1 into minus 1, minus 1. 2 into minus 5 means minus 10. We have the common minus, isn't it? So common minus means plus 10. But here look at there, my dear students. So 2 into minus 1 means minus 2. 3 into minus 5 plus 15, because the cross product means the common minus will be added. Next condition, plus k vector. 1 into 3, 3. 2 into 2, minus 4. Therefore I vector minus 2 plus 15 means positive 13. So minus j vector, minus 1 plus 10 means positive 9. Then plus k vector means 3 into minus 4 means minus 1. 13 into I, 13 I vector, then minus 9j vector, isn't it? Minus 9j vector. Last condition, minus k vector. This is what is the name actually? This is called a vector cross b vector, but we need a vector cross b vector dot c vector. So a vector cross b vector dot c vector is equal to a vector cross b vector. Already we found. What is answer? 13 I vector minus 9j vector minus k vector dot c vector means I vector plus 2j vector plus 3k vector. We can write it I vector plus 2j vector plus 3k vector. Now we can multiply. 13 into 1 means positive 13. Again plus into minus, minus. 9 2s are 18. Then plus into minus, minus. 1 into 3 means 3. Therefore 13 minus 18 minus 3 means minus 21. Therefore answer we have minus 8, isn't it? So now we can say This is actually the scalar. So what I am saying, I have taken for the three terms of product, cross product term, A vector, B vector and C vector. Output, what the output we have? The scalar term. Scalar means magnitude, only number only we have the answer. That's why we are saying this is called scalar triple product. Okay. I am moving to continuation of theorem 6.1 also. Okay. The theorem 6.1, what is the main condition? The condition, if A vector consider for theorem 6.1. So A vector is equal to, the considered for, if A vector is equal to A1 I vector plus A2 J vector plus A3 K vector, the first one, then B vector is equal to B1 I vector, then B2 J vector, then B3 K vector. Then C vector is equal to C1 I vector, C2 J vector, and C3 K vector. We have to prove, what we have to prove? A vector cross B vector dot C vector is equal to determinant form A1, A2, A3. So A1, A2, A3, then B1, B2, B3, then C1, C2, C3. We have to prove, okay? So what is the main term? I will consider for LHS, left hand side term. What is the term is there? Proof, okay? Proof A vector cross B vector first. Cross product means I vector, J vector and K vector. What is the meaning of A vector? A1, A2, A3. A1, A2, A3. B vector means B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3. Dot actually C vector also is there, isn't it? So I will write it here, dot C vector, isn't it? Dot C vector also. Now I vector into A2 into B3, A2 B3, then cross product means the common minus will be added. A3 we can write now, starting with A means A3 into B2. A3 into B2. Next one, minus J vector means A1 into B3, A1 into B3, then minus A3 into B1, minus A3 into B1. Next condition, plus K vector into A1 into B2, then minus A2 into B1, minus A2 into B1. Now I vector means, sorry, after getting this value outside one term is there, what is the term? Dot C vector, isn't it? So now dot product means, what is the meaning? Instead of C, dot C vector means already we know C1, C2, C3. So we can write it C1 I vector plus C2 J vector plus C3 K vector. Dot product means we can declare now, because I vector dot I vector means the common term means like term value we have 1, isn't it? The unit term. Therefore we can write it only the term only, A2 into B3, A2 into B3 minus of A3 B2. Outside we have C1. The next condition, there is minus sign is there, minus of A1 B3 minus A3 B1. Outside dot C2 is there. Next condition, plus K vector means A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Outside dot C3 is there. Now each and every term completely first term multiply with into C dot C1 means what will happen? A2 B3 C1 minus of A3 B2 C1. The next condition into C2 minus A1 B3 C2 then minus A3 B1 C2 plus no need no the k term because k vector dot k vector means value we have 1. Again A1 B2 C3 minus of A2 B1 C3. The condition the starting with positive term means that consider for A1 A2 A3. So A1 A2 A3 here also A1 A2 A3 is there. Starting with the A1 term here also A1 term. Here I will write it starting with the positive sign, no? Therefore, A1 B2 C3 then minus A1 B3 C2. Whenever you writing in matrix on the second term, common minus will come, isn't it? So minus with A2 means what is the term? Minus with A2 means there is minus A2 B1 C3. Then starting with A2 means starting with A2, isn't it? Starting minus sign is over. I think one mistake is there here. A2 B3, A2 B3. Yeah, A2 B3 C1. There is actually A2. Now starting with A2 means positive A2 B3 C1. Next one A3 is there. Starting with A3 means first positive A3. So positive A3 means A3 B2 C3. A3 B2 A3 B2 C1. But here look at there. So A2, look at there dear, A1 is clear, A2 is clear, then A3 term. So A3 here also is there, here also is there, isn't it? Listen my dear, there is one mistake, now minus into minus, there will be plus, isn't it? Then only plus A3 B1 C2. So plus A3 starting with the plus term means plus A3 B1 C2, then minus sign minus A3 B2 C1. Now look at there. The first two term A1 take common outside means A1 take common outside, remaining B2 C3. Then minus B3 C2, minus B3 C2. The next condition, so minus, isn't it? Because starting with the plus minus, isn't it? So minus minus A2 take common outside means minus A2 take common outside means first positive term B3 C1. So A1 is clear, then minus A2 B1 C3. Now minus A2 take common outside means B1 C3, isn't it? B1 C3. Inside what will happen? Inside here also minus will come. Then only if you remove the bracket means minus into minus plus term will come. So minus B3 C1. Then next condition, A3 take common outside means B1 C2, then B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So if you rewrite for the matrix term, look at there A1 a2, but minus time already we know, if you remove the bracket means plus a1 into, isn't it? So plus a1 into, this is, if you rewrite means what will happen, this is first condition a1 into b2 c3 minus of b3 c2 minus of b3 c2. So this is look at there, a1 in bracket of a1 into bracket of b2 c3 minus b3 c2. So instead of this whole term we can write it only a1. The next condition also minus term will come, I will write it a2 only. The condition, look at there, if you take it minus a2 take common outside means b1 into c3, then minus b3 c1, look at there, minus a2 into b1 c3 minus b3 c1. So instead of the second term we can write it only a2 as well as a3. The same condition, instead of b1 b2 b3 will come. So here b1, instead of bracket we can write it b1 b2 b3. Last condition c1 c2 c3. This is our proof, isn't it? Right hand side a1 a2 a3. So a1 a2 a3. The second term b1 b2 b3. Third row c1 c2 c3. We proved. Okay, one of the important part. Okay, I will continue next theorem 6.2. Okay, be stay on the line. Before moving to the theorem 6.2, one of the important term is that is called the geometrical interpretation of scalar triple product. So this is actually, for example, for your understanding, each and every part, this is parallel part, no? If you comparing, this is of the part, look at that, this is four side, is it? That is called a parallelogram. Then another one side also, look at that, this is also one of the parallelogram. So each and every term we have the parallelogram part. That's why we are saying, what is the meaning of scalar triple product? A vector, B vector, C vector in box product means, that is already we found. Theorem 6.1 I proved in scalar triple product, A vector cross B vector into C vector. That's why we can say this is a whole term comparing with the diagram, volume of parallel pipe. What I am saying, this is called volume of parallel pipe. Look at there. So I will consider any one term. Okay. So one of the part. If you take perpendicular term, what is the name? A vector cross B vector. A vector cross B vector. Just if you look at, this is of the height means this is called A, this is called B means this is perpendicular, O means this is the distance between theta means according to inside also this is theta. So comparing with this diagram, before moving to the explanation, already we know what is the meaning of cross product A vector cross B vector is equal to modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector into sin theta n cap. This is considered for equation number 1. Then if you take modulus means modulus of A vector cross B vector means this is n cap will be converting for unit vector. Unit vector means value we have 1. Therefore 1 into anything means the same value will be repeated. Therefore modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector into sin theta only. This is considered for equation number 2. Therefore equation 1 divided by equation 2 is equal to what will happen? So A vector cross B vector divided by modulus of A vector cross B vector is equal to, definitely equation 1 divided by 2 means the whole term will be cancelled, only n cap only remaining. Therefore A vector cross B vector is equal to n cap into modulus of A vector cross B vector. Now moving to the diagram, according to the condition, what is the name? The box of triple product A vector, B vector, C vector is equal to A vector cross B vector dot C. Already we know A vector cross B vector be found. Okay. Therefore A vector cross B vector dot C, isn't it? So dot C is equal to, we found what is the value? A vector cross B vector is equal to modulus of A vector cross B vector in dot n cap, remaining only C is there. Already we know A vector cross B vector means modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector into sin theta n cap, but A vector dot B vector is equal to modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector into cos theta, isn't it? So instead of n cap dot C vector means what we have to write it? Modulus of A vector cross B vector into dot means modulus of A vector. We can write it modulus of n cap into modulus of C vector into cos theta. Already we know the modulus sign means the unit term. We can write it only one. So remaining we can write it A vector cross B vector with the modulus, remaining modulus of C vector into cos theta. This is already we know distance between A vector cross B vector mean that is area of parallelogram, because each and every part, look at that, this is parallel volume of pipe, isn't it? We can write this is called the area of parallelogram into another one term modulus of C vector is there. Then cos theta means according to the Osa-Chota form adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Look at there, comparing with O to AB means what is the meaning? O to A. Cos theta means this is the right angle part, means opposite of right angle part, that is called hypotenuse side. This is theta, therefore we can say this is opposite side, this is adjacent. Cos theta means what is the meaning? Cos theta means adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Therefore adjacent we have, adjacent what is the value? Height of the part. So AB divided by hypotenuse means opposite side of right angle, that is called O to A. So O to A means there is only A is there. There is nothing to vector. Therefore we have to write it modulus of A vector. But the condition, this is what is the name? This is a C. So here we can write this is called C. Therefore here we can write it C vector. Therefore cos theta means AB, this is not a cross dot, isn't it? So AB divided by modulus of cross. So C cancel means this is called area of parallelogram into AB, isn't it? So area of parallelogram into AB. Already we know what is the meaning of AB? Height of the parallelogram, isn't it? Therefore area of parallelogram into AB means height of the parallelogram. So height of the parallelogram. Therefore area of the parallelogram according to the condition already we know L into B. Then height means H. Therefore we can write it L into B into H. This is already, this is volume of cube, isn't it? Therefore already what is the meaning? A vector cross B vector dot C vector is equal to volume of cube. So we can write it volume of parallel pipe. Volume of parallel pipe. Okay. I will continue the theorem 6.2. Theorem 6.2, for any three vectors A vector, B vector and C vector, we have to prove A vector cross B vector dot C vector is equal to A vector dot B vector cross C vector. So proof, let consider for A vector is equal to A1 I vector plus A2 J vector plus A3 K vector. Then B vector. So B vector is equal to B1 I vector, then B2 J vector, then B3 K vector. Then C vector is equal to C1 I vector, C2 J vector plus C3 K vector. I will consider for right hand side part. What is the part right hand side? A vector dot B vector cross C vector. According to the commutative law, we can interchange. First we can write it cross product term B vector cross C vector dot A vector. So if you take it, first B vector means B1, B2, B3. Then C vector means C1, C2, C3. Last condition A1, A2, A3. Now look at there. We need actually starting first A, isn't it? Just interchange. First one and last one means R1 interchange R3. The term will be same, but sign will be changed. Sign will be changed mean minus sign will be added. If your interchange mean R1 interchange R3, therefore minus sign into R1, A1, A2, A3 come to first row. A1, A2, A3. Second row as it is. C1, C2, C3. Third row we can write it B1, B2, B3. Next condition, we have to interchange R2 interchange R3. Again R2 interchange R3 means, look at there, R2 interchange R1 as it is. What is the term? A1, A2, A3. Now R2 interchange R3 means again one more sign will be changed. So already one minus sign is there, therefore minus into minus plus will come. So B1, B2, B3. Third row C1, C2, C3. Now we can write it. What is the meaning? A1, A2, A3. So we can write it A vector cross B vector. Then last one dot C vector. Therefore, this is actually what is the term? A vector dot B vector. A vector dot B vector cross C vector is equal to A vector cross B vector dot C vector. So hence proved. Okay, I will continue the next theorem 6.3. Continuation of 6.3 from theorem. The main term, the scalar triple product, preserve addition and scalar multiplication. They have given in your book, actually given 6 different categories, isn't it? If you do first one, third one and fifth one, the same concept. Okay, the first one, what is the concept actually? Bracket of A vector plus B vector comma C vector comma D vector is equal to the addition and scalar multiplication A vector, C vector, D vector plus B vector, C vector, D vector. I will prove it. The same concept, the scalar triple product. What is the meaning? The box product of A vector, B vector, C vector is equal to, so A vector cross B vector dot C vector. So look at that, the first concept. What is the meaning? I will consider for proof of the part in LHS. Okay, so LHS, what is the term? A vector plus B vector, then comma C vector comma D vector is equal to, this is whole term consider for A vector, this is second term consider for B vector, this is C vector. Means what is the meaning? A vector cross B vector. What is the meaning of A vector? So A vector plus B vector cross B vector means C vector. Then outside C vector means D vector, isn't it? Now look at there. Multiply now A vector cross C vector. A vector cross C vector plus B vector cross C vector. B vector cross C vector. Outside dot D vector is there. Now again each and every, the first term dot D vector. Therefore A vector cross C vector dot D vector plus B vector cross C vector dot D vector. Therefore we can write it ACD. A vector C vector D vector plus BCD. B vector C vector D vector. Look at there. What is the term of in left hand, right hand side? ACD. Then plus BCD. We can write it, this is called RHS. The first term hence proved. Okay, I am moving to the second term, that is called third part. What is our third part? So third one, A vector box product A vector comma B vector plus C vector comma D vector is equal to A B D. A vector B vector D vector plus A vector C vector and D vector. First, the same concept, scalar triple product. The scalar triple product means, look at there, if you have one circle starting with A, this is considered for A vector, mean the second condition B vector plus C vector. Third one consider for D vector, means counterclockwise starting with B vector plus C vector means B vector plus C vector. Next you have to write D vector. Then only you have to write A vector. So D vector, A vector. Therefore, according to the scalar triple product, A vector cross B vector dot C vector. Therefore, B vector plus C vector cross D vector, then outside dot A vector. Therefore, first one B vector cross D vector, B vector cross D vector, then plus C vector cross D vector, outside A vector is there. Again each and every time dot A vector. Therefore, B vector cross D vector dot A vector plus C vector cross D vector dot A vector. Now the triple B D A. So B vector D vector A vector plus C vector D vector A vector. So starting with A means the same circle. Look at there, one circle is there. Starting BDA is there. B vector, D vector and A is there. So starting with A means counterclockwise A, B, D. We can write it A vector, B vector and D vector plus the same concept starting with C is there. This is CDA, isn't it? This is CDA. Now starting with A means A vector, C vector, D vector. So A vector, C vector and D vector. Look at there. ABD, ABD, then ACD, ACD. We can write it, this is RHS. So hence proved. Okay, moving to the fifth part. Okay. So the fifth part, A vector comma B vector, then bracket of C vector plus D vector. C vector plus D vector is equal to ABC plus ABD. The same concept. First we have to interchange now. According to the circle, starting A vector, then B vector, then C vector plus D vector. Counterclockwise starting with C vector means then A, B. Therefore, we can write it. This is called LHS. C vector plus D vector, then A vector and B vector is equal to C vector plus D vector cross A vector dot B vector. Now multiply now. C vector cross A vector plus D vector cross A vector, then dot B vector. Now C vector cross A vector dot B vector plus D vector cross A vector dot B vector. Again the circle term CAB is there, isn't it? So C vector, A vector, B vector plus D vector, A vector, B vector. So the circle CAB, C vector, A vector and B vector. Starting with A means A, B, C. A vector, B vector, C vector plus here starting with A means A vector, D vector, B vector. A vector, D vector, B vector. Look at there A, B, C. A, B, C. Now next condition A, B, D, isn't it? Sorry my dear, this is also starting with A, B, D. This is A, this is B. My dear friends, little one mistake is there. Starting with D vector. So D vector, then A vector, then B vector. Starting with A means A, B, D, isn't it? Therefore, A vector, B vector and D vector. This is our RHS. RHS. So hence proved. Okay. Moving to second one, fourth one, sixth one. Second one, lambda A vector, comma B vector, comma C vector is equal to outside common term of lambda inside A vector, B vector and C vector. Now look at there. First one, the same scalar triple product. What is the meaning? A vector, box product of A vector, B vector, C vector is equal to A vector cross B vector dot C vector, isn't it? This is scalar triple product. Look at there, A, B, C. So A, B, C is there. So I will consider for LHS. What is the term of LHS? Lambda A vector, comma B vector, comma C vector is equal to, this is considered for A means lambda A vector cross B vector dot C vector. So according to the condition, lambda take common outside means A vector cross B vector dot C vector. Therefore, lambda outside means we can write now A vector comma B vector comma C vector. This is our RHS, isn't it? Lambda into A vector comma B vector comma C vector. Then next condition also you can prove it the same. Similarly, we can write it. Okay, you can do anyway. In your book, page number 233, 6th term is there. I have proved 4-1. You can prove it the similarly part. Okay. So please listen, my dear students. I hope you understand this session. If you have any doubt, please put in comment box. I am ready to clarify your doubts also. Okay. I will continue the next session. Bye bye.